Clear the throat.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WrestleSlam special. That was gonna last the whole episode, but I feel generous because you are watching this episode. You are listening to us here at WrestleSlam. It is myself, the infamous Matt Murphy. The nicknames you want to toss out there. Joining me at the side is the co-founder of WrestleSlam himself. He is the golden voice of WrestleSlam, be it in front or behind the camera. He is Phil Connolly. Phil, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, good. I'm enjoying the bank holiday. And surprisingly good weather because we were supposed to have a bit of rain. Uh,
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
I
all
think
good.
I think us being Irish is like we believe in not jinxing. So this is not jinx
Mm.
about the Irish weather lad. Uh it's a bit of a weird one. It's two of us. Jerry is not with us today. He is doing a bit of his own traveling. It makes sense. I was doing traveling last week, so it's only fair that he fits in. Phil, what about yourself? Any travels coming up at your end we need to know about?
Uh, Hoping to get to a United game this season, so soon, hopefully.
Soon,
Hopefully.
that's it. Right. Do you think United will do good? I think so.
They were okay last night. They drew with Everton last night, so
Yeah.
let's just hope that it's a good season and we're not in the bottom half. That would be good for me.
Yeah, bit of a change, like bit of a change. We can go on a whole tirade about United building up, but
Yeah. Oh
we got
yeah.
some other bits to do. As you can see, I'm wearing the glasses, which means I am indeed on hosting duties, or I'm just looking at the screen to give me some support. But we are going to be talking about a local show that went on this past weekend, that went on for 2 nights. I am indeed talking about SummerSlam. Phil, have you done your homework? Have you watched some
I
SummerSlam?
watched it, yeah. Did you watch it?
I watched it. I actually was on the fence of watching it. Maybe I should watch it next night. But I actually got a chance to actually stay up to watch it. So that was me, before the internet spoilers got to me. What about yourself?
Yeah, no, I saw bits of it on the night because it start nice to start at 11. That
Yeah.
was a nice thing for over here. So yeah, I
Yeah.
was able to catch it, and then I watched the rest of it yesterday and today. So I'm fully there with it all. And I processed everything that happened as well. Um,
Yeah.
we kind of touched on it last week. Me and Jerry were talking about the predictions with the Seth Rollins stuff, but we'll get all that when we go through the
Yeah.
match card. But overall, I was happy with SummerSlam this year. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I really enjoyed SummerSlam myself. I think it's because I wasn't getting my hopes up about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like the match looked good, but I was like not like 100% like buzzing for it. I wasn't even saying in a while back. I was like, oh, lads, I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. But watched it and I was like, you know what? I actually really enjoyed the SummerSlam. I
yeah.
was
I
really good
actually, if
for
you pushed me into a corner, I would say it's better than WrestleMania.
Ooh, okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, I think there was just felt matches felt more epic or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
plus, you
Some
had
of
the
them.
TLC match, which is always missing from WrestleManias.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. We'll talk about this now, but like I felt so nostalgic when it came to the TLC match. To be honest,
Yeah,
yeah, that was it with the Monday ones. Would be nice if the Dudleys opened it in some way, but can't
yeah,
go with one.
yeah.
But before we gonna go into it, in case we don't get a chance to talk about this, we need to talk about three 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 talents, three people we know very well here at WrestleSlam. Let's talk. We need to talk briefly about LJ Cleary, CBL, and Anita Vaughn. As we know, they actually took a big risk. They went all the way over to New Jersey to the WWE tryouts, and I'm just gonna say this now. Gonna brag. I feel like that they passed it with flying colors.
Yeah,
Phil, what's your thoughts
yeah,
on
I
the
know the
achievement?
same. My only question is when do we find out if they get signed up?
I think knowing WWE, they can be very, very distant when it comes to being noticed and all that. Like,
Yeah,
I think we both know how the WWE work tryouts are going, how it goes. Um, we really wish that it could just be like, like an audition, you say what you want and all that. Go, no, they will put you in the ringer, they will test you, they will know if you're WWE worthy. Knowing CBL, knowing Anita and LJ Cleary, they already passed, I feel like, don't you
yeah.
think?
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. And you know what? It's a long time coming and well deserved.
Well deserved, especially for LJ. CBL has always been a joy to watch, especially as he's the current RCW champion. He's been competing all around Ireland. I think it's about time that he is now showing himself over in the States. And what better way to do that than WWE? Anita Vaughn, we know so well. She moved to the UK. She's been making a huge name for herself in the UK scene. She'll always be a Corkonian at the end of the day, as you may know.
Yeah.
So knowing that we're going to have one of our own actually going to be over there representing the county, representing the country is something else. And LJ Cleary, we can talk this for the whole episode about him, about his accomplishments, about him trying over in Japan. And you know, if he gets signed up, we'll just brush it off, be like, no surprise there. So yeah, what do you think? Final thoughts, Phil, before we move
My
on?
final thought is that they're all going to get signed.
They are. And I feel like the Irish flag is just gonna get like higher up over WWE with the three of them. It's already higher up, but knowing that there's so much talent we have in this country going over there, going to WWE is actually something unreal. So CBL, if CBL, Anita, and LJ is watching this right now, I want to say best of luck, break a leg, but we all know that you got this in the bag. You're doing us proud, guys. So we won't damage the audio. So Phil, just do a type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we will move on to SummerSlam. We're gonna try and power through as much as we can. We're gonna go to night one, and it was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso was taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Phil, quick thoughts. What's your thoughts about that
Uh,
match?
I thought the match was in a strange look position on the card, but the match was quite good. Uh,
Mm.
the standout for me was Roman Reigns almost got broke his neck. He was very lucky that he
So,
didn't hurt himself. I think he missed the lads when he jumped to the outside and he landed on his head, it looked like. Um,
yeah, yeah, I
I,
saw that. It was a
yeah.
bit of a big risk.
Yeah, well,
So,
the only thing that I found very strange was seeing Roman Reigns dancing. I thought that was weird.
yeah. Do you think it's because there's been a rumor that Roman Reigns he's looking into Hollywood right now, Hollywood movies moving on. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think he's at that point where he wants to do what he wants and doesn't care about the feedback?
yeah. Because apparently the new one now is he's gone again to do this Street Fighter. So he's actually gone again now. He's taking another break.
Yeah.
So yeah, we won't be seeing him until Royal Rumble season. It looks like.
Yeah, Street Fighter alongside with Cody Rhodes actually. You can
Yeah,
say that as well.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it was a bit of a weird one, like you said, especially as an opener. But it was no doubt that Roman Reigns and Jey was going to win it just because they're at the popularity.
yeah,
Keep forgetting that Jey won the Royal Rumble, so we need
yeah.
to
And
say
they
that.
almost want you to forget about it as well. They don't mention it or anything.
Yeah, but the accomplishments. Moving on, we got Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. I enjoyed this match, but I was not happy with the result.
No.
I
Yeah,
would have personally happy if Sammy would have won, but in a heelish way, like he embraced about the hate and everything like that,
yeah.
and make him still look strong. We said this briefly that what do you think WWE's plans with Karen Cross will be
I actually think he's gone. I think that's his last match because his name is now changed on Twitter.
to kill a Cross? Yeah.
Oh, it's his real name, I think.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Kill a Cross.
No, I think he changed it there yesterday to his real name.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay. Okay.
I think he's actually gone. And also as well, on the post show, Triple H talked about all the matches, and he never
Hmm.
mentioned that match. He just didn't. That was the only match that he didn't talk about.
Yeah. Do you think that this is the match of the pay-per-view that people are just going to brush over? Do you think?
Well, I think it's just, I think his time is up, and I think him and Scarlett are going to go. The problem with him is that his age is not get for the Indies. It's not, he's not young, but he's not particularly, he's not old either. But he's kind of far. He's about 40 now, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
He's
it's
he's at
very
that
hard to
age.
go on the Indies.
Yeah, because Karen is indeed at that stage. Like you said, he's not old, but he's not young. He's like there. So he
Yeah,
still has
yeah,
good bit of time. I feel like that he might pull a Matt Condona. I feel like he's gonna go to every company as much as he can,
yeah.
so people know who he is till get settled to another company. I wouldn't say WWE, but
I'd
maybe he'll
I
go back
I'd I'd suggest I'd say TNA wrestling to be honest with you.
because that's where he felt more comfortable. Yeah, yeah, man, that'd be class. But yeah, so this match was good, but like we said, I think it was kind of more of a brush over moment. I feel like.
Yeah, and
Uh,
there's a lot of uncomfortableness because people want Cardigan to do well.
Yeah, I wanted him to do well. I was a fan of him back in NXT. He even powered through the whole weird helmet thing that we're not going to mention again.
Yeah,
Sorry, Karen.
yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to Tiffany Stratton taking on Jade Cargill, and I was surprised that Tiffany actually won this one. I thought they were going to hand it over to Jade actually,
I was delighted.
because
I was delighted with this match in every
yeah,
sense.
you were happy with it.
Well, I was watching it with my brother and we were kind of saying like, oh, this match could go two ways. Uh,
Mm,
it could
mm,
be an absolute snowfest with a load of botches, or it could be just a squash match. But I
yeah,
think it went less than 10 minutes. Um, and I think this might be my favorite Jade match in WWE that she's had.
really,
Yeah, no, it was
yeah,
everything clicked. It was very good.
yeah. Because
And the ending
Jade didn't
surprised
have,
me.
yeah. Jay didn't really have much of a singles matchups and all that, but I was happy to know that, I feel like W is going to use Tiffany well,
Yeah,
really great.
yeah,
Maybe she's going to have like a long title reign, probably they're going to have for her.
yeah. The
But
only thing is,
yeah,
the only thing is for Jade, I think they've given up on her now.
you actually think that? You actually
Yeah, I
think,
think she'll go down the card, maybe US title,
mm,
women's
mm.
US title.
Or maybe, the Intercontinental title with Becky Lynch, even
Yeah,
that I can
exactly.
see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, Tiffany won. Great match, all in all. So guys, I'm speeding it through because there was a lot of
yeah, yeah.
matches
There's a
getting.
lot. There's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, so we're gonna go through this one. Uh, I really have mixed feelings about this match. It's Jay Roll and Randy Orton taking on Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Phil, what's your thoughts?
I thought Jelly Roll did quite well in what he did, and he obviously you could tell he wasn't a wrestler because he was completely out of his depth. But
Yeah,
Logan Paul is so good, and Randy Orton, they're so good that this match was fairly decent. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
the only thing that I
Uh,
noticed is that Jelly Roll kept doing this kind of thing. I think it might have been a safety thing that he done because he's not a wrestler. If he
yeah,
kept
I know.
putting his hands on his like that.
Yeah, I know who people who start wrestling that they do that from time to time just to get used to like the bumps and everything like
And
that.
plus as
But
well, this he's in his 40s as well. So
yeah,
and this is his
you need.
first ever match. To be fair, he actually did all right. He did quite good.
Yeah.
It wasn't uh amazing. Like, but it was good.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah. Like I know that there's a saying like you're never too old to start something new and all that. And like,
yeah,
I know wrestling can be very mixed later on, but he did good, like you said. Like you said.
yeah.
I can't see him come back to do another match, but it was just weird seeing Randy Orton being a part of this celebrity matchup, like, because
Yeah, I just think Randy now as well is in his mid 40s. So he's in a weird position, as in like if you don't go all out with him in a world title match, what do you do with him?
yeah, a lot of people said, "Oh, it makes sense that J. Roll is in his mid 40s, same around young." But we're like, yeah, but Randy's been wrestling since before his 20s, like. So
Yeah,
even when he's at that age, he knows what he's doing. Like that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But yeah, I have very mixed feelings about it. I feel like they're gonna push it on the rug. I feel like a Raw tonight,
I
maybe.
actually think I don't think they will. I think
No?
he's coming. I think he's coming back, Jelly Roll.
Oh, okay, okay, to face off against Logan Paul.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, I think they're going to fight. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were just gonna brush it over, but I'm
I
not
think there's
hating.
one more match in it.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up night one real quick with it was Gunther taking on CM Punk, and I actually enjoyed this match so
Yeah.
much. It was upsetting to see Punk like taking like a lot of damage throughout the match. It's been reported that Gunther is actually injured, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
he has some
coming
sort
in.
of nose injury. Um,
Yeah,
that's why they
they
did the spot with the blood.
They did, yeah, they did. It was like kind of a bit weird that it looks like his nose didn't got damaged as his head, and then they said no, his nose got damaged. I was like, grand. But yeah, we know what the result is. CM Punk won the world title. It was a good moment. I got a bit emotional to be honest, just
Yeah,
seeing him hold the title. And then Seth Rollins came out and then he pointed at his briefcase saying, here, when my leg gets better, I'm going to cash it in on you. Seth Rollins left and the show ended with CM Punk leaving with the title. That'll be nice, don't you think, Phil?
it would have been nice, but again, I kind of liked it. I kind of like this now, but the only thing is this is long term storytelling.
Mm.
So CM Punk will not regain that belt, even though as much as I want him to, he will not be set for this.
I I am holding on hope that yeah, I can see Punk will try and take on Seth Rollins. Like I love to see this actually going long term,
Yeah,
obviously because they know each other, they work well. I can see Punk at least getting the title back at next year's WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 42.
yeah. Like for me, right, what I'm going to predict right now at WrestleMania next year for CM Punk
Hmm.
versus Cody Rhodes.
CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
Wow, okay, that's a big one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going to go, and I think
Hmm.
Seth Rollins is fighting Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. You know, I love that we're at that point where WrestleMania is kind of in the distance now, and we're still putting up ideas, pitches. It might change,
Yeah,
but we need to realize WWE has a history of making dream matches and particular matches happen,
yeah,
but it never really falls true.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I was
I think
thinking
if they
about
work with
where
it,
they could go, and there's not many opponents for CM Punk to fight that
yeah.
that he hasn't fought already a few times. So Cody, I know he fought Cody years ago, but
Mm.
this is now in modern day. I think that's a top tier match that I would like to see. Um,
Cody Rhodes
Cody
versus
Rhodes as a heel versus CM Punk.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think WWE missed a good opportunity with Cody Rhodes. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
when we wrap up line two. But all in all, Seth Rollins winning the cashing in successfully. It was a good one. I
yeah,
got a
and like
lot of
yeah,
yeah. Everyone says that CM Punk's getting the taste of his own medicine because he did the exact same thing to Jeff Hardy.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
2008 or 2009.
Yeah. But yeah, that was night one. Really good. But let's see what night two brought. And night brought two brought the women's championship. It was Rhea Ripley taking on Io Sky facing Naomi. Phil, what's your thoughts on that as Naomi left the victor?
Delighted for Naomi. She deserved a moment. Her entrance was cool with her dad. Um,
Mm,
the finish was a bit underwhelming, but again, with three ways you can't really do much.
yeah.
So overall, I thought it was a very good triple threat match, and Rhea Ripley looks to be, and I hate to say this, but going to win the Royal Rumble. Because she's getting screwed so much, and she's getting pinned. So I think they have to give her something because otherwise fans will turn on her. So I'm,
Yeah.
I'm predicting she's going to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because I always thought that Rhea Ripley has an amazing career. I love Rhea Ripley. I'm a big fan of her, but I always thought that maybe WWE needs to cool down with her popularity sometimes and then build her back up. I feel like that's maybe they'll do that with the Royal Rumble, or at least have her have a main event match at the Royal Rumble, I would say. Um, as for Naomi, it's good to see that she's actually getting a lot of build up back since she came back to WWE. I would feel like WWE realized what they have and they're gonna try and actually do as much as they can with her, I would say.
Yeah,
Moving on to we said this at the beginning of the show. Love this match. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
TLC Tails Out and Chairs. Oh my! The Wired Six was taking on the Street Profits, taking on DIY, Motor Money Machine Guns, and Factum and Andre and Phoenix. What's your thoughts on this one now, Phil?
The best part of this was they showed the Dudleys and the Hardys at the start. Uh,
Yeah,
and they also mentioned TNA and that they're fighting on it. And I was like, this is great because this is what TNA needs. You'd be surprised who's watching that doesn't watch TNA, doesn't know that match is happening.
yeah, and even I think like us at this time, the nostalgic fans, that they probably will actually look back on it and be like, oh, they don't watch TNA, but if they see that coming on, they were like, they have to look into it, I think,
Yeah, like if
because like
they
you said,
hear
it'll be
one
fun.
last time the lads are fighting in a table match or whatever it is. They haven't announced
Yeah,
what kind of match it is yet, but I'm assuming it'll be a table match. Um,
yeah, yeah,
but it was nice to see them, and they look good. Like, but I was thinking, like, why aren't they getting involved? But I guess they don't want them. They don't want TNA wrestlers
yeah.
involved in.
Maybe they don't, I feel like I said this a while back. I feel like W doesn't want to. They want to promote TNA, but they don't want to shove TNA every week and all that, like building up some sort of invasion storyline. So I know
Yeah,
what you mean by
but
that.
from watching WWE over the years for myself, I've noticed that if somebody can't, well, it's not they can't. Somebody can't be on the show every week. They're not going to promote them.
Yeah,
They're not going to promote them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This match was
That's it.
chaotic, big spots. Loved Bo Dallas sitting on the entrance on Bray Wyatt's chair. I loved the Bray Wyatt nods with the entrance. Brilliant. Candice LeRae took a very bad fall.
She
Um,
did.
Andrade
Yeah,
looked
that's
good,
so.
which is all. Everyone that came out of this looking good. I think
Yeah, I was happy to see the Wyatt Six like pick up the win
that's the
because
best
it
they've
wasn't.
looked. That's the best they've looked in a year, by the way.
Yeah, because I was worried that WWE wasn't going to use them as well when they came to WWE. But yeah, all in all, chaotic match, like you said, Phil. But that's what made it like just so
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
Moving over quick to, I'm gonna say to me probably one of the best women's matches I watched this year so far, and I was looking forward to this. Yourself, Phil, and Jerry was looking forward
yeah,
to this.
yeah,
Lyra Valkyrie taking on Becky Lynch.
yeah,
Becky Lynch wins with the Intercontinental title. Lyra Valkyrie won't be able to take on Becky as long as she won't go after the title, as long as Becky's as the champion.
yeah.
What's your thoughts on this match?
I think the match was actually really good, and they told a really good story with the hands and the handcuffing, and
Mm,
there was just so much to like about it. The Bailey thing is setting up a match in the future, which is also good. Um,
yeah, it's good to see
I'm
Bailey.
again. I'm going to go with another prediction for WrestleMania. I think Lyra is going to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I want that to happen for Lyra. I want that
As I
to.
said earlier, I said Rhea too, but I think Lyra will be better, but I think Rhea Ripley is going to be built up to something. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
Lyra is the one that they want to go with.
maybe Lyra, maybe Lyra and Rhea Ripley will be the final two, and
Yeah,
Rhea Ripley is
yeah,
going to be the
yeah,
dominant one, and
yeah,
Lyra comes out of it like.
yeah.
But uh,
But
but yeah, and
the match itself was phenomenal wrestling.
yeah, yeah. It's just so class because it's Becky Lynch and Lyra. We both know that the lads on the Fight Factory was glued to their screens watching this, knowing that they know these women too well.
Yeah,
So seeing those two like so well, uh work so well with each other was actually that's what made the match so class.
yeah,
I would say so. But yeah, all in all, I love this match. Probably again one of the best female matches I probably watched this year. Now, sorry lads, but we're not going to touch on this matches to be fair, just because we are under time. But afterwards, it was United States Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sankola in the steel cage match. I thought this was a decent steel cage, to be
yeah. It was
honest.
fine. It was fine. The highlight was Jacob jumping off the top of the cage. Uh,
Yeah, that
that
was
was
it.
very good. But again, it was something that was fine and nothing spectacular.
Yeah, that wasn't spectacular, but it did have moments. And then after that, it was AJ Styles taking on Dirty Dom Mysterio. Dirty Dom picks up the win. I love nostalgia matches.
Yeah,
You know this, Phil.
yeah,
So of course, when he took off the boot,
yeah,
the fans, everyone's saying that, oh wait, maybe he slipped out of it by accident, picked up the win. But then as soon as I saw that, I was like, are they doing the trick Eddie did with Kurt Angle, loosening the boot?
yeah,
But
yeah,
then they saw the highlight, and I was like, oh, that is straight up tribute to Mr. Latino. I hate myself, don't you
yeah.
think?
And even AJ's entrance as well. Um,
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
gear as well, AJ's gear. And it's just a shame that the match didn't have a proper build up. Uh,
Yeah,
the build up to this match was very weak. Like,
yeah. I mean, I love the unexpected matches that has such a particular like great matches of it, and like and fantastic ending. It is just the build-ups, like you said,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it was very mixed with like AJ like having various jobs trying to get into Dom's
yeah,
mind, but
yeah.
still.
I just didn't
And
like the stuff with the cake and this doing all this kind of thing. It was just like I don't know. I just didn't feel made them. I don't know. I just couldn't get into the match. But I did like the nostalgia stuff that you were on about.
yeah, because I'm a sucker for that. But yeah, it was a great match. I want to say this is unfortunate. AJ said this will possibly be his last SummerSlam.
Yeah,
It's a great way to end it, I would say, especially when paying tribute to one of the greats, Eddie Guerrero himself.
yeah,
Now, our final match, and this is something is obviously the best match, but well, great match, but obviously it's most infamous. We'll get into it. It was the street fight for the undisputed WWE title, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Gonna be honest, I was at the edge of my seat unexpectedly for this whole matchup.
yeah,
I thought it was gonna be a safe match because, like you said, like Cena's filming a film at the moment, so they have to be careful. But no, they went all out.
yeah.
I was surprised. I think it's because I did not get my hopes up about this. Um,
This was the
I'm
best John Cena match in years. Um,
yeah,
it's hard to pin down a point where we didn't have that safe John Cena because he's been that so for so long now. But
yeah.
this felt prime John Cena. Um, it felt proper. I think that was the whole point. Because we don't have time right now to talk about it, but the whole thing on SmackDown was bizarre to me. Um,
Mm,
why
mm,
couldn't they done it after the match? You know what I mean? After this match,
yeah, yeah. I
but
mean,
the whole thing was bizarre.
what I wish that could have happened was right. John Cena would have came out still as heel Cena, just walking to the ring and all that. And again, nostalgia. I thought they were gonna do a Bret Hart and Stone Cold.
Yeah, me too.
That
Yeah, me too.
Cody was gonna beat John Cena down. He was gonna hit him. He was gonna take him down. And Cena keeps kicking out.
Yeah,
He doesn't give up. And it ends with probably Cody Rhodes hitting Cena with the title like a few wait um
like the WrestleMania
kicking.
one. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing opposite. And then Cody Rhodes will actually pick up the win that way. And then he just raised the title, looks at Cena in spite and leaves. The
Yeah,
fans stop booing Cody. I thought that
but
was how they were gonna do it.
Cody was booed through this whole match.
He was, yeah.
Yeah,
But I just thought that would be so cool to actually make him as an official heel, have like a swap turn.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm gonna say that Cena turning back into babyface was bizarre.
yeah. Like it
Um,
was done wrong, but it was the right move, but it was done wrong.
Yeah, because I fucking love the idea of Cena turning heel, facing his old opponents. But yeah, it could have done a lot more better. I think what ruined it was, of course, that he was still doing sponsorships outside WWE
Yeah,
and making jokes about it, but
yeah,
still.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, Cena said his goodbye to the fans, and he left SummerSlam with his head held high. Boy, that would have been nice.
Yeah, but to be
Kind of
fair, he did get a nice moment, which was good.
a really nice moment.
Before all the
And
madness that went down afterwards.
yeah.
Which I don't know
We
how I feel about that, but we'll get to it there in a second.
we know what happened, Phil. Ready, say it.
Yeah.
Michael Cole dropped the S bomb on WWE. Big news. What can we say? He really brought the pain.
Yeah.
That's how he ended. Phil, do you want your thoughts? You want to say what happened and give your
Um,
thoughts?
I mean, we've talked about this before. Did we ever think he was going to come back?
Mm,
And again, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, so I can't um say how I really feel about it because there's a lot of stuff in the background that we don't know about.
yeah.
But Brock Lesnar being back, I was talking to one of the buddies last night about it. And you should have seen the number of views that I had. Like even
Mm,
when the show was still on, it had like 4 million views and counting. So he is a draw for WWE, but I don't think it was the right move. Because they're getting a
yeah.
lot of backlash and a lot of negative. Backlash.
Yeah, because we said this before, was like I'm looking forward to talk about Brock Lesnar's return,
Yeah,
but it's so difficult to talk
it is.
about him
Yeah.
without mentioning this stuff. I really wish that we could say
It's
it
it's it's
differently.
up there. It's see the thing is the same thing as Hulk Hogan.
Mm,
Hulk Hogan had a lot of negative and a lot of stuff about him, but in the last week, people seem to have changed the tune, and people are celebrating the character Hulk Hogan and
yeah,
hating the man, which is kind of I understand why, but it's just kind of like it's a similar thing here with Brock.
yeah. That everyone just talking bad about Brock, and he comes back, and they just like have nothing but positivity to say the possibilities.
Yeah,
Like me, yourself, and Jerry, and anyone who's a part of the wrestling community knows me. I try not to think about the controversial backstories. I just want to focus on the wrestling
yeah,
itself.
exactly, yeah, exactly. But the thing about this is apparently John Cena wants to fight Brock as his last match. Well, not his
Is it?
last match, but in his tour, like
Yeah, I think is it true that Lesnar even said he wants to take on Cena?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see it happening because I think Brock will is only sticking around to do programming with John Cena. I feel like Cena and Brock is gonna have like a match.
Well, the
Brock is
rumor is the Clash at Paris.
the Clash of Paris. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's big. But is it because Brock can be a mixed bag when it comes to traveling to the UK?
Yeah, yeah, he doesn't like it at all. But like I think he's going to do it all right. And the thing is that he apparently there's a rumor he's going to be in Dublin for SmackDown as well.
Oh God, right. Imagine him at the pub.
Yeah,
Imagine,
yeah,
yeah, imagine him at the Temple Bar. They're gonna have to handle security just in case.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
yeah. But yeah, no, no. I think it's kind of obvious that Cena's a face now. I
yeah,
think they're gonna make Brock Lesnar a heel again, which to me makes more sense because I couldn't take Lesnar seriously as a face.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like him bullying people and him
It's
laughing
just the
in their
way
face.
he is. He's a better heel than he ever will be a face.
Yeah, that was it. So I think it's just gonna be focusing on Cena. The possibilities went through my head about who's gonna face rivalry with Seth Rollins and rivalry with Gunther. But I think it will be kind of like a rare thing. He just wants to stay with John Cena. But like you said, I'm
Yeah,
delighted to see Brock back and just that invisible like spe beast that he is came back. It was unexpected, I would say myself. They very kept it secret. But like you said, every time you look up Brock Lesnar's return, everyone's going to point at a certain allegation that's still going to be out there, and it's understandable, but it's also upsetting at the same time, in all that kind of way, because we all know so.
just while we have 2 minutes left there, right? How come this night one and night two felt cleaner than WrestleMania?
I think it's because that they were building up WrestleMania way too much. I feel like
Yeah, it just
that.
this went too long, so it wasn't as kind of clunky, I suppose.
Yeah, it wasn't. But yeah, I think that was it. They just like build WrestleMania way too up at the moment, and everyone thinks that SummerSlam will always be the third biggest event next to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was
Which
it.
will get 2 nights eventually, by the way. Royal Rumble.
We will get to it. That's it. But yeah, that was our thoughts on WrestleMania, lads. Thank you very much for watching. Before we go, real quick, Wrestle Local RCW in the PAV on August the 30th. Get your tickets now. Matches so far will be CBL defending his title against Charlie Sterling and CPF taking on Strong Style with Michael May as well. That's a big one. Rest of them will be there. We hope to see you there. Phil, any final words before we wrap up?
Just have a good week. I think we're looking forward to another good week of wrestling, starting tonight again. Um, so yeah, should be good.
That should be unreal if you ask me. Cheers for watching, guys. Talk to you soon next week.